When you're searching for direction, God's Word becomes your anchor. Welcome to HisTime365. Today is day 184, and we're reading Psalms 119 through 121. These chapters emphasize the power of God's Word and the peace that comes from trusting Him as your guide. Finding strength and guidance in the Psalms. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by life's challenges? You're not alone. Today, we're diving into Psalms 119 through 121, where we discover profound wisdom and reassurance. These chapters are filled with the beauty of God's Word and the comfort that comes from trusting in Him. Let's start with Psalm 119, which is the longest chapter in the Bible. It beautifully celebrates the importance of God's law and commands. The psalmist expresses a deep love for God's Word, emphasizing how it lights the path of life. In verses 11 and 105, we see the powerful imagery of God's Word as a lamp and a guide, helping us navigate through the darkness of life's uncertainties. As we explore this psalm, we find the writer reflecting on the importance of obedience and how it leads to joy and peace. He states that the commandments bring understanding and wisdom. For example, when we follow principles of honesty in our work, we often find ourselves enjoying a sense of fulfillment and trust from our peers. This act of integrity shines a light on our character, just as God's Word illuminates our life choices. Moreover, the psalmist openly shares his struggles, revealing that even those who love God's law face difficulties. He asks for help, recognizing that he cannot do it alone. This is so relatable. Think about a time in your life when you felt lost or overwhelmed. Maybe it was during a tough season at work, or perhaps you were grappling with family issues. In those moments, turning to God's Word can offer the strength and guidance we need to persevere. Moving to Psalm 120, we see a shift in tone. Here, the psalmist is crying out for help amidst conflict and strife. He feels surrounded by those who speak deceit and who do not share his values. It's a reminder of the challenges we face in our own lives when surrounded by negativity or dishonesty. In our modern world, whether it's at work or on social media, we often encounter people who don't align with our beliefs. The psalmist's plea for deliverance encourages us to seek refuge in God, who hears our cries and stands by our side. Then in Psalm 121, we find an uplifting message of assurance and hope. The psalmist declares that our help comes from the Lord. He watches over us, ensuring that we are safe and protected. This psalm is perfect for those moments when anxiety creeps in. For instance, when you're facing financial pressures or worrying about your family's future, remember that God is our keeper. He is always there, neither slumbering nor sleeping. Psalms 121:4. Consider how this assurance can transform our daily lives. For a parent worrying about their children's safety, remembering God's protective nature can bring peace. Or for someone grappling with mental health challenges, knowing that God is aware of every struggle can be incredibly comforting. We can find solace in the truth that God envelops us with His care, regardless of our circumstances. Throughout these Psalms, we see a consistent theme: the importance of relying on God for support and guidance. The psalmist's journey mirrors our own. Whether we're celebrating victories or facing trials, God's Word remains a source of strength. It reminds us to stay grounded in faith, helping us to respond with love in the face of adversity. As we reflect on these chapters, let's carry this thought with us. God's Word is our guide, and His love is our strength. How can you incorporate the teachings of Psalm 119 into your daily life? In what ways do you seek God's help during challenging times? How do Psalm 120 and 121 resonate with your personal experiences? Thanks so much for joining me today for HisTime365. Remember, today's reading is Psalms 119 to 121, So be sure to spend some time with those verses during your quiet time. Tomorrow, we'll be diving into Psalms 122 through 125, so feel free to read ahead if you like to prepare. If you enjoyed this time together, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the bell so that you never miss a day on this journey. I'll see you back right here tomorrow for day 185. Until then, stay encouraged and thank you for giving God His time today.